Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Before we get started, I wanted to show you how the file was set up. My thought process was you would probably use 3 different papers. This would be your base, assuming that would be white. And if you did that in white and wanted to color it in, like this sample, or you would just have to ungroup it and change it if you wanted to do it in something separate than the base. So this will all move over together so you could print the white out. The pink is your pattern paper. Whichever paper you chose to use, that would be the 2 pieces you would need of that. And then the third mat you would need to do would be your circle for behind the happy birthday and for this part here, and for the gray part here, which is the mat for the front. The base does have a score line in it. When I do mine, I will show you what I did. When I score, I bring the force all the way down to 6 because I don't like to use the dotted line that puts the holes in the paper. I prefer a traditional score line. So if you just choose score here and then bring the force down to about 6, I think if I did it again I could even get away with 5. It will score it without cutting through your whole paper. That's the beginning, and then let's get started with the card. Alright, so at this point all your pieces should be cut out. So you have your card blank, you have your matten layer, you have your topper, which will go on here. This will be your stopper on the bottom, and then this will be the pattern paper that we're going to put on the bottom. Okay, this, show you one more time, was my sample. This one I did use an embossing folder, so if you don't want to use a pattern paper, you can just use any embossing folder you might have. And also I decided after I did this the first time in pink that I did want it in the white instead of the colored paper. So let's get started. So here's our base card. And like I said before, it is scored, so we are good to go here. So we'll just need some glue. And my glue of choice is Kalal glue. I prefer that. It doesn't wrinkle the paper. I've tried a couple of the tacky glues and I still tend to get warped paper, so I prefer the Kalal glue. Alright, so we'll take our mat, we'll take our printed paper, glue that down. Now this is a pretty intricate topper. You can run it through a Xyron if you have a Xyron. The first one I did, I sprayed it with a spray adhesive and that turned out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. So I'm going to go grab my box underneath here and just spray that really quick. Now this is not a perfect circle, so it does fit on here. There is a correct side and a wrong side. And there we go. Okay, so there's happy birthday. And now we're going to take some foam. For this one, I'm going to put a thinner foam on the back of this, and then I will use the thicker foam to put the stopper on the bottom. This is just some Crafter's Companion foam on a roll. I do like the 3M mounting tape. It's really good. But since I have this, I'm going to use it up. Okay, so this will go in the center. Like so. And since this is an easel, we'll only be gluing the bottom half. Put some glue on here. I'm going to spread it with my finger to this edge a little bit. And I prefer wet glue just because it gives me a chance to get everything all lined up. There we go. That is all lined up. And we'll have this now. This will go here. Now if you wanted, you could cut out another black one, and then you would have the same exact piece on the top and the bottom, but I decided just to go with the pattern paper on the bottom. Make sure that's nice and even. Looks like I missed a corner here. Corner. So the nice thing about the Caldwell glue that if it seeps out, you just rub it off. There we go. Okay. Next, this gets. Now you can edge this if you want at this point. Put it on here and then on here. You could put a little bit of ink around it if you wanted a little bit more color. Now for giggles, let's grab the pink to match the topper. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape it across the edge. Just to give it a little color. More on this side. Gets glued down. Now for this one, I'm going to use the whiter tape. I like it to stick up a little bit further, but that's personal preference. You can use the same exact tape on both. You can use foam pads or whatever it is you have. Now when I did this, I put this as an internal offset. Not quite straight. Stand up, my head might get in the camera here. There. So this is the opposite of what the outside is, and there you go. Finished. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll have some more, and as you can see, it looks totally different depending on what kind of paper you choose. And you can see the difference between having the background paper match here and having the white on here. I still think I like the white, and we got a little extra things to there. The mirror card looks good on there. And thank you.